I was actually really happy when Trump went on the hunt to take clearances away from people who were former government officers who just flipped around a rotating door to then go work in Raytheon or Booz Allen or whatever else. They were basically being paid to network their way back into the main building to do business development for those mainstream contractors. So Trump saw that and he was like, you have no need to know at a top secret level. So we're just going to take that away. We're just going to take that away. We're going to take that away. We're going to end this because it's
they were using that to leverage high-paying careers from those companies.
Correct.
Oh, yeah.
Correct. Because it's a safe way of going from making $180,000 a year to making $380,000 a year.
Yep.
And just like Jim was saying, that first year is so critical. You actually retain state secrets that are relevant and current for that first year.
And then it goes away. Even it's right. They're buying your badge. They're buying your SEI or whatever you have so that you still maintain access for them, for their benefit. So many former feds in our area rotate back in to the same desk they were sitting at, but working in conjunction with other companies. So basically doing financial analysis to provide the Bureau with what they consider intel, but at the same time to make sure the company that they're working for gets access to the SAC, to the unit chief, the section chief. Because you know why? Because the unit chief and section chief
control the budget.
He's like, yeah, and you know what? I'll be there in 4 years, so save that seat.
So the way it currently exists is 1 year, and then you lose all of that.
One for that, and 5 for being able to share specific experiences. So not at our discretion. So the Bureau has no issue after 4 years, 5 years goes by. Totally. Now, in order to write a book, forget it. I mean, it's a 10-year process. And it's redacted. Jack Carr is the perfect example of that.
Right.
If you listen to his books, they're wonderful. But then at the end of the day, it's like in redacted, and then they went redacted. It's constant throughout the Audible book.
Yeah. So basically, the way it works, to answer your question again, in the boring administrative way that it works, the day that you leave service, you're going to leave with most likely you're going to leave with a TSSCI, right? I'm guessing FBI's TSSCI, top secret special compartment information. You're going to leave with a TSSCI. A year later, that TS drops down to a secret if you're not actively using it in a need-to-know capacity. A year after that, the secret disappears and you no longer have a clearance. What Raytheon, Booz Allen, Mantech, you name them, what they want is the day you leave, they pick you up. They put you in a role where you have need-to-know. And now that secret or top secret clearance stays active. And even though there's rules at FBI and CIA about you not going back immediately when you separate, that rule doesn't exist when you retire. So then when these senior officials retire, they can go right back into the building. And just like Jim was saying, the contractor is buying the badge. There's no way that individual is going to create $380,000 worth in value based on their skill set. They're going to create that value because they can go right into any director's office and they can pitch Mantech systems, they can pitch Raytheon resources, they can pitch new projects. And when one of those projects funded for 5 years becomes a $19 million contract, now all of a sudden they'll pay that retired guy $380,000 for the next 5 years. Easy day.
Does this exist in other countries the same way it exists here, where we have all these military contractors that make all this fucking money doing all this stuff working for the agencies?
It's mixed. Here,
depends.
Yeah, here we're a bull market. So, it exists here because essentially we encourage business to happen. Russia and China, you're an intelligence person for life. Yep. It doesn't matter if you get in or get out, like you're always going to get paid on the government salary. Israel's different.
Definitely.
I want to say Colombia is different.
Yep. I think some South American countries.
Australia
definitely.
Canada
to an extent. Yeah, you'll see folks that still need the safety net, and God bless them. They're good people, but what we do is you don't have to deal with it. You still have to deal with all the bullshit. Even if you keep the badge, when you go back into the building, it's still requirements, polygraphs, everything else that comes along with that. And guys love it because, like Andy said, they've never had a chance to pay for kids' college until they get that job.
Yep.
A lot of incentives you'll hear. All right, base salary is this, but we'll take care of your kids' tuition. that kind of stuff. So
The
that's
government- the
important.
Government doesn't take care of its lifetime
No.
public servants.
Nope.
Just if anybody listening right now who's been medically retired, who's retired from the military, who's retired from public service in any way, they'll tell you straight. They're nodding their head as they listen to this.
Yep.
Government does not take care. You got to rebuild your entire life on a budget the day you retire from government service.
It is so true. And you spend a lot of your time in government service, not a lot, but there's segments during the year, every year, where you sit and you go, all right, you know what? If I stay an extra 5 years, and I know there's buddies of mine that are listening, if I stay an extra 5, that's 2%. But then, guys, think about it. Think about it. 2% of 170. Is it worth the next 5 years of your life? I don't think so. When you can jump out now,
$30,000.
that's it. For me, I mean, I came out with a decent pension payment, but it's certainly not something I could live on if I couldn't sustain the life that I want to live and give to my kids and give to my marriage. And I couldn't do that without going back to work. It's impossible.
Meanwhile, we spend I think it was $10 billion was spent on the advertising for midterm elections.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's fucking insane.
Yep.
With all the other shit we could spend $10 billion on.
34 years of my life for what I got. Now, I don't regret a single thing that I did.
It's because you're a servant.
Yep. I want to do it. I'm a servant leader, and that's how I consider myself. But really,